Welcome to the Raider Corner. Eric Johnson with you, and we are simulcasting both on the radio stations in Columbus, and we have just been notified that the Raider Corner podcast is on the fan zone at cccneb.edu, and I know it's a big deal, and with that, we got to have some big names. Joining me is Coach Bree. Coach, welcome to your, I believe, your first ever Raider Corner podcast.
Thank you, Eric.
Yeah, thanks for joining me. I know everything's been kind of crazy for you as of late. First and foremost, at the time of the recording, you guys had a matchup at home yesterday, Thursday the 11th. You hosted Western Iowa Tech. You know, first set went through pretty well, looked solid. It just kind of fell apart there. Ended up dropping that one 3-1. Give us a recap, kind of the matchup and what kind of transpired.
Yeah, it was a rough go for us last night. We started off strong, playing our style of volleyball, and Witt brings a different style of volleyball to the floor. They're a little unorthodox, and so we saw a little bit of chaos on our side of the net, just trying to handle the style that they play, and weren't able to pull through. We need to communicate better and stay athletic throughout the play.
So you're still looking pretty good, 8-6. Can't complain about that coming into the season. And my indication is you in the mix. This is your first year, correct?
Yes.
Under with, of course, working with Mary, and we all love Mary. But how is that coming in and having that close confidant out there with Mary, trying to that experience kind of help you out?
Yeah, I'm so grateful for this opportunity to learn from Mary, who's just a wealth of volleyball knowledge, and have a support staff with Coach Jared and Coach Doherty too, just learning the ins and outs of how they've established a culture here at Central. And it's been such a blessing. It feels like a blur a little bit. We, like you said, 8-6. I'm like, God, we've had a lot of games already. And we saw some great competition at the beginning of the season. So we saw number 1 Cali at home. We had Kirkwood here at home too. So really strong start to the season. And to be 8-6 right now, I feel like we have a lot of potential moving forward too.
And you've seen the new transition. You've heard about the new transition from what CCC was experiencing to now this year. New one coming in. I mean, you've seen the schedule. Tell us your thoughts. Are you liking how everything's kind of transpired, or what's, I guess, also what kind of games pop up in your head as, ooh, that's going to be a good one?
Yeah, so joining the ICCAC, great move for us. We get to see great competition on the other side of the net. I love the conference so far. It's very well managed. And like I said, we see great competition every single night. There's no nights off. As far as teams that I'm like, ooh, I want to see, that'll be a good game. Kirkwood was a great game right out of the gate. DMAC will be strong. I think Northeast having the in-state rivalry, that'll be a great game too. We have them at home this year. Lots of ranked teams in the top 25 in the ICCAC. So it's shifting every week, but we get to see some great competition.
And of course, you got a great squad underneath your helm. Walk us through. Of course, I got to give a shout out where credit's due, number 18. But tell us a little bit about the girls and the leadership and what they bring to the table.
Yeah, we have some strong sophomores that are leading us on the court. Marin Riley comes to mind, Malia Johnson. Mallory, of course, number 18. And they do a great job on the court as well as off the court. They care for their teammates. They're bringing them along. And we also have a strong group of freshmen too. So we have Mia Sackett starting at setter for us. She's doing a great job running the show. Mallory Dreesen's on the outside. We have 2 really great, strong freshman middles. So Carrie Ryan and Chloe Henn. And we have so much depth in our gym, Eric. So even though there's kids I didn't mention, our gym is so dang good. Our other side of the net that's making our starting side better every single day.
Well, that's a good problem to have. I don't think I've ever heard a coach complain about depth.
Exactly.
Well, and you take a look. I mean, you give an opportunity for kids who can kind of spotlight in front of you and show what they got to offer. I mean, have you guys ever had a problem with you be able to now have kind of full squads to practice with them? All right.
Yeah, we have 12 at our gym. So we
Mhm.
have the beautiful number of 6v6 and even partners. It's perfect.
Well, and then yeah, I know there's a lot of time where you get all these freshmen coming in to shine, and well, I mean, do you even find time? Because obviously recruiting is going to be a big thing for you as you go in about every couple of years. You're going to have to kind of take a look and see what ripe young talent you got on the Rolodex coming up here. How do you ever find time to get ready to you're starting the season off and now you're off and about trying to get some recruiting done? I mean, and a mom on top of it. I mean, I don't know how you can do it.
Yeah. The beauty of it is we're in the volleyball state. We're in the state of Nebraska. And so I don't have to go very far for great recruiting. So I'm grateful for that. Recruiting's ongoing. I mean, in the summer, there's lots of summer volleyball tournaments. So I would say my lists typically start in the summer. We host some camps, so recruits will come to campus. And then in season, we typically play on Wednesday nights. So I'm able to catch a lot of high school games on Tuesday, Thursday. And then weekend tournaments. So like this weekend we're off. So I'm going to try and hit the road with some of our assistant coaches and catch a couple of kids in action. But yeah, it's like you said, it's ongoing and it is constant.
I was going to say, how far do you usually drive out for potential kind of prospect? Do you travel across the state, or what's the farthest you ever traveled?
You know, the furthest for me since I've been here at Central has been Lincoln and Omaha.
Okay.
And Kearney, I've gone out there too. So
Yeah.
very local, in my opinion. I'm not going beyond state lines. I may dabble into Iowa just because we're playing a lot of Iowa schools. So those kids would have home matches when we're on the road. But yeah, pretty local.
We're talking here with Coach Bree. It's the Raider Corner. You can hear it right here on the Columbus radio stations and on the Fan Zone page at cccneb.edu. Coach, obviously you're new to the equation. You're the newbie of the bunch. We need to have something special. Like, did you know? Let's get to know our coach. Coach, tell us you're familiar with Columbus. What brings you into the fold of the Raiders?
Yeah, so I'm originally from Nebraska, grew up in Lincoln, and then right out of college, I graduated from Wayne State College, and I was teaching English at a local high school here in town. And so Columbus feels like home away from home. My husband's originally from town, and knowing that there's a college here in town with a great volleyball program, it felt like a dream job where I could have my family nearby and compete at a high level and coach at a high level. And so grateful that it worked out. And then I get a hands-on mentor this season, and Coach Mary Young stayed on for one more season just to show me the ropes and make sure the culture stays established.
Gosh, Mary is such an awesome person. I tell you what.
You can say that again.
we're gonna lay it on thick there for you. No worries there. But like you said, you're off, and it's good to get to know, because now you can kind of get to know a lot of the recruits coming in. You're going to be off and about this weekend. Looking ahead to next week, you're on the road. No rest for the willing, as they say. We got a few ticks left on the clock. Tell us about your schedule looking ahead to next week while you're on the road. Matchups, and what are you looking towards?
Yeah, one of the great games that we'll have this season is versus Iowa Central, and we're at their place on Wednesday. So that's another very great opponent that we have in conference, and that's one that they're ranked higher than us. But I think it's going to be an evenly matched game. It'll be like playing ourselves on the other side of the net. So need to bring our A game. And then that weekend, we're in Kansas City. We're in Overland Park. We're going to see Johnson County and play at their tournament there. So great competition again. So headed south, but like you said, there's no rest, no off days.
No rest for the willing, flexing the old volleyball muscle. Of course, we wish the team the best of luck. Before we go, though, if anybody would like to learn more about, getting some information about joining the volleyball program at CCC, how do they contact you?
Send me an email. So it's breespenner@cccneb.edu.
Thank you, Coach. Appreciate the time, and we'll talk to you soon.
Thank you, Eric.